OC spray. Look. You know I'm feeling good when I'm doing 2 videos in the night. So, we're going to get to it. This video here, talk about the first time, or the only time, and hopefully the last time that I ever get pepper sprayed, OC sprayed in my life. In my life. That shit. During the police academy, every police academy you go to, at some point, you're going to get pepper spray. You're going to get OC sprayed. You're going to have to go through that shit. Some people, it doesn't bother them. They're immune to it. Doesn't affect them. No pain, nothing. For other people, they can. It was a completely different story. Terrible, terrible experience. Me, I was kind of like in the middle. I mean, it wasn't great. It wasn't a good experience, but I was. So the OC spray, it wasn't like a pepper spray that you see. Like if you turn on the news and you look at the riots and like the big fucking sprays, and it wasn't anything like that. It was a little can, like the little ones you could carry on your keychain or whatever, and it shot a little, like a thin stream of like orange liquid, like a gel, like it just shot like that. Yeah, like that's why I'm doing that, like an orange gel. And shit smelled like buffalo sauce. And it hurt. I'm not even gonna bullshit you guys. I'm not even gonna sit here and act like, you know, like it wasn't that bad, or that shit hurt. That, for me, the pain, I handled the pain a little better than better than other guys did. But that pain, that shit was horrible. That shit was horrible. So the day before, we were in class, and we had the firearms instructor, because he was the same one who was gonna administer the OC test and like spray us and all that shit. So he's in the classroom, and he's telling us just kind of like what to expect, and we're asking questions, and we're kind of like, oh, like, was there anything we could take for the pain? And they're telling us, you bring Dove soap, like the liquid soap, some baby soap, blah, blah, blah. You mix all that shit up and you throw it in your eyes or whatever. Like, they were just trying to tell us different things, and none of that shit worked. Nothing's gonna work. I don't care. Like, nothing worked. Everybody, I brought soap, dudes brought, nothing works to get rid of that pain. People were like, oh, can we bring milk and put milk on our face? And they were like, nah, it's not gonna, nothing's gonna work. But they were still telling us, hey, yeah, bring the soap, blah, 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 just now you'll be fine. Just do this, okay. So leading up to the OC spray, and like during the academy, you know, I was telling a couple of my guys, like, you know, I wasn't excited for it, but I was kind of like, I like trying new things, and I like, you know, I see people go through different things, and I see how they react, and I be thinking like, man, I'm not gonna react like that. Like, let me try that. Let me see how that, like. So I kind of had that mindset to it, and dudes would tell me like, yo, you're bugging, you gotta chill, bro. Like, that shit is gonna hurt. And I was like, yeah, but still, like, it probably won't be that bad. Blah, blah. So, and the day before, the instructors, they told us, all the guys, to shave our face. We already had to shave every day, but you know, when we got sprayed, that was already like towards like the end of the academy, and they were a little bit more lenient, but we still had to make sure we had the clean face, no facial hair, nothing like that. But the reason they really wanted us to shave prior to the spray was because it opens up your pores. It's like when you get a haircut, when you shave, you put the alcohol on your face, and you're like, ooh, you get that burn and shit. It's that, but with pepper spray. So it was just kind of like, yeah, oh yeah, go shave your face, because when we spray you, bitch, that shit gonna hurt. I didn't shave. I had a little bit of a stubble. They didn't really, actually, the instructor, he did say something about it, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't like how I have it now, or it wasn't. But so yeah, the night before, we were told to come in the next day with a long sleeve shirt that, you know, that we didn't care about, that if it got fucked up or whatever. We had to bring our PT uniform, you know, our hoodies, the pants, everything, whatever we wanted to bring. so we could change into after, along with our soap that we were going to bring to use, to thinking that it was going to help the pain and everything like that. So we showed up. I think we may have had a test that day. Like the first half of that day, we took a test, knocked it out. We started bullshitting for a little bit. That's when the instructor, like, they started telling us about, the spray and like the OC spray or whatever. So we line up. They told us to go outside. Instructors take us all the way in the back of the complex. Like, there's all these buildings and things like that where they have training and shit like that. But there's a big open field area that we were taken to. And like I said before in the prior video, our class was big. My class was big. We had like 60 people at this time, because like I said, it's already close to graduation time. So close to like 60 people. And we had to go one by one. So we all lined up, and I kind of got in the back. I wanted to kind of go get it out the way, but then I started seeing like people were just jumping, like, oh, I'll go. Like, it wasn't really organized or whatever. Dudes was just going in there getting sprayed. And man, I seen some. So what would you do was, you would stand there, and the instructor would stand maybe like 10 feet away from you, maybe like 5-10 feet. I don't know, like 5 feet. And you're standing there, and 2 other recruits, they're holding you. Like, that way you can't do nothing like that. They're holding you. You're standing there talking to the instructor. Or he's talking to you. He got the, for example, let's say this is the pepper spray. So he's standing there right in front of you, and he starts flicking it. He starts flicking it. Like making a noise, trying to scare you. And you got your eyes closed, and you over here kind of like you don't know when he's about to spray. So then he sprays your face while you got your eyes closed. Let's just sit or whatever. Like, you could feel it, right? And as the shit was hitting my face, pause. As the hey yo, this is crazy. So while that shit was going on, so when it was my turn, like before that, I watched dudes get sprayed, and they was getting fucked up. Like, it was like screaming, bad, like it was bad. So I'm sitting there, I'm saying like, oh shit, I'm in the middle of the pack, like, damn. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna react. I don't know. I hope I don't react like some guys do. I hope, and because, like I said, there were some people who it didn't bother them. They were like, it hurt them, but you could tell they were just kind of like, yeah, like just going through the shit. Other people screaming like there were a couple girls. They ate that shit. Like, the girls did something better than a lot of the dudes. For real. But that shit was wild. So it was my turn. I'm standing there. I got a recruit over there. They holding me back. I'm standing there talking to the instructor. And he walked up to me. He's like, you ain't even shade. Like he said something slick. And I was like, yeah, I did. He starts laughing. He walks back. And then he points the pepper spray in my face. And he like faced me out a couple times. And then sprays me. I feel the pepper spray hit my face. I feel it going there. And then we had to open our eyes. Yo, as soon as I opened my eyes, and the liquid, like the shit hit my eyes, it was like, and my eyes just instantly shut. And I was like, yo, the pressure that I got on the top of my head and just all around my face was insane. Like, I could not open my eyes. Like, they were just shut, and I just felt like the top of my head was gonna explode. And the instructor, the next thing was, we were supposed to open our eyes, and he was standing there like this, and be like, how many fingers am I holding up? And just do shit, and you had to, and I don't remember if we were allowed to, like use our fingers to prop our eyes open, or if we had to do it. I really don't remember. But I don't know how I did it, but I said 3. He said, all right, go ahead. The recruits, like my partners, they took me over to the next part of the exercise or whatever. And I think that was like somebody was holding like a punching bag, and you got to run up to it, hit like 2 knees or 2 elbows, and two knees and bop, bop, like just, but you're fucked up. Like I'm walking like I'm trying so hard to just focus on my breathing because, yo, it was bad, man. It's really hard to explain it. It hurt. And I just felt like I just couldn't think. I couldn't really, it was just like just nonstop. I really thought my head was gonna explode. So after the punching bag, the next part was, I think there was like a plastic gun, plastic knife, a plastic bomb that was laid out on the floor, right, all three next to each other, and the instructor standing there, and he points to one on the ground, and while your eyes fucked up, you have to see which one he is pointing to, and call it out. So I'm like, I think I guessed. I really don't know. I'm like, knife, and I went over to he's like, all right, go ahead, next one, and that was it. That was it. And the rest of that, they took us over to where the hose was, and dudes were running around with like whoever got sprayed first, and they were feeling a lot better. They were running around like, hey man, you need some shampoo, and like pouring some shampoo, and trying to help everybody get and people are out here screaming over there, dudes over there crying over there on the ground. It was bad. That shit was fucking bad. Nothing helped. We were in the academy during the wintertime, so this happened like in February, March time. But like there was no wind, like because if it was a windy day, like at least it would have kind of helped like fan your eyes. But it was just, bro, it hurt. I really don't even know how to tell you guys. I don't know how to explain. Like unless you go through it, because it's gonna be different for everybody. But for me, man, it hurt. It took us maybe like an extra 30 minutes after everybody got pepper sprayed outside, because they were like, yeah, you guys can be like, we can't go inside with all this shit on us and the gel on us like that. So we had to wait for everybody to be able to see and walk. We go inside, and there were a couple of us, like myself, we had to drive like an hour, 45 minutes away. So they were like, yo, you guys can't leave until you guys are sure you can see in your eyes. So, after us relaxing and calming down and things like that, the pain does go away. The pain, it does go away. You still feel it in your fucking face, but it does go away. But later that night, when you go take a shower, I'm laying in bed. I'm in a group text with all my guys from Atlantic City and girl. And one of the dudes, he sends a text in the group chat, and he's like, yo, what the fuck? How come I'm taking a shower right now and this shit is burning? And then somebody else said, yeah, yo, what the fuck? Like, this is happening to me. And I didn't shower at this point yet. I had just went home and just relaxed. And so I'm reading the text, and I'm thinking like, yo, what the fuck? And they were like, yo, this shit activated again. Like once you go back into the water, all the when you got spray on your head, your face, your body, it just kind of like it activates and it starts burning again, and it burns worse. So I was scared as hell. I went to take a shower, and I was trying so hard to not keep my fucking head and my face away. Like I'm just trying, but I don't know. It's just, I guess the steam, or I got out that shower, man, screaming. Like, what the fuck? Like, just mad as hell. I had to get a towel. Excuse me, I had to get a towel. I put that, I wet it. Like, I soaked that shit in cold water. I put it around my face. I got a big fan. And I just sat in front of the fan for like, I don't know, like 20, 30 minutes. I just really sat, because my head, that's the best way. I don't know. The shit was wild. It was wild. But yeah, that was my experience, man. I'm glad I went through it. I would never, I remember I would tell myself, I was like, when I was working in police, and I would say I would never, because we carried it. Like, we carried the same shit. And it was just kind of like, I would never want to resort to using that shit, because that shit fucking hurts. Like, that's some cold-hearted shit. So if you're going to just go fuck around pepper spraying people like that. I was like, I'd rather fight you before I pepper spray you. That shit, because then you gotta think, if you're outside and you try to pepper spray somebody and he dips that shit, he's gonna hit somebody right now. Or if it's a windy day, you might spray yourself, and it's just gonna be a whole mess of just kind of like, and it hurts, man. That shit really hurts. That shit really hurts. Try it out. Fuck it. Let me know what you think. Just try the soap, the lotion, the baby soap, the Dove soap. That's what they said you're supposed to use on your face when that shit. It didn't work. It didn't work. So yeah, that's my experience. Ooh, excuse me again. Drop a comment though, drop a like, subscribe, share this, follow me on my Instagram, whatever. I'm gonna stay on these videos though. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one.